Welcome to Your Anime Senpais. I'm Richard, and today I'm watching and reacting to Higurashi Go Episode 5. So, last episode, things got pretty crazy, just to say the least. So, we started off, we had Rika and Keiichi, they had a talk, and Rika convinces Keiichi that, maybe he needs to believe in his friends more, and Keiichi kind of takes that to heart. He realizes that this village has gone through some pretty tough times within the last few years with the murders and then the whole thing with the dam and all that stuff. So maybe these people just want to kind of put it past them. They want to move on with their lives, and here he is kind of just poking around and asking these questions and everything. So probably making life difficult for everybody. And so he's like, you know what, you're right. I need to believe in my friends. So later on that evening, Rena comes by to fix him dinner, and he tries to apologize to her. It's like, hey, I'm sorry. I know that I've been asking all these questions, and I've been rude. I've been very rude to you. And what does Keiichi get for all his troubles? He gets stabbed. He gets stabbed multiple times, actually. So, but that being said, though, to his credit, he put up a good fight. He actually managed to fight back after getting stabbed, I don't know how many times. And I guess apparently he managed to actually even kill Rena at the end and still survive, no less. So, so he's in the hospital recovering, and he finds out that Rena died during their encounter. But on top of that, he also found out that Rika and Satoko also died that same night, I believe. They also both got stabbed in what may have been a murder-suicide type thing. It wasn't really... I think that was just speculation. But regardless, he's really surprised about that. Like, what is going on here? So... at the very end, after it's just him and the nurse asks him, like, hey, are you feeling okay? Do you feel like your neck is itching? In which case, Keiichi kind of starts scratching at his neck, and looks like he may be under the curse now too that Rena was under. So yeah, it's a very crazy episode, last episode, and that's just how Higurashi is. But yeah, I'm curious to see what we got going on for this episode. I don't know if we're going to explore more of what happens, after Keiichi gets out of the hospital or whatever, or if we're just going to have a reset and we're just going to go right back to the beginning of the summer. So I guess we'll see. But in any case, let's get started. So we've gone back. Okay. Really? I wonder if he's going to remember. Oh, they're just playing random games. Okay. And then he's going to lose terribly. Oh, life. Hmm. Yeah. I mean, nothing really. What did they play? Or what did she play me on? She probably ordered one too. Probably. Well, she probably ordered one because she knows what to do. Uh, or they're just letting her win. Yeah, you better get going. I mean, it's a game of luck, though. Maybe. Well, what is? Yeah, how do you win life in the first 10 seconds? Yeah, hurry up. Bribe them. He's not threatening. He's not threatening. uh, which means he's probably going to lose. What a great guy. What a great guy. Okay. Okay, I know what this is about. Hey man, you're married. Stop that. Thank you. Gundam, Gundam reference. Oh, okay. Oh, Well, obviously, curry is a very serious business. Yeah, we know what happened last time with that. Oh, but they're the same. They look the same though. You know, hmm. You know that's better than all the stuff that Rena brought over. That does look pretty good though. I'm actually kind of hungry now. Yeah. Well, but you were like sleeping though. Yeah. Neon's like, yeah, about that. Yeah, about that. Yeah, maybe you're just crazy. Oh, 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 oh no. Oh, 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 oh. Gotta mess with the whole town. Uh, okay, so before I begin my final thoughts for this episode, for those of you who have not watched the original series, I will probably be talking about that in regards to this episode at least. So if you don't want to watch and be spoiled, then I totally understand. But just to give a quick summary, I thought this episode was good. Some interesting details that I'm kind of curious about, but overall, I thought it was a decent episode. We're just kind of setting up for a new timeline, a new loop. So thank you for watching. But for those of you who have seen the first episode or don't mind spoilers, the first series, and don't mind spoilers, then thank you for sticking around. As I said, I thought it was a good episode, and I was kind of disappointed a little bit because I was kind of hoping we would see, Rika, because of course she's the one that's, still remembers, or at least consistently remembers what's going on, because we can actually see her actively manipulating the timeline a little bit, trying to encourage Keiichi to do this thing, like give her the doll, or forgive, or not forgive, but to when it comes to Rena, she gave him advice on how to handle her and things like that. So clearly she's trying to formulate a plan. But obviously the first plan didn't work, so I was kind of hoping we would see a little bit of her, I guess, mindset, because, again, the first arc had failed, and so I was kind of hoping we'd go back to the, the in-between world, whatever it was called, and, maybe trying to figure out, like, okay, well, this didn't work, why didn't this work? Maybe I should have done this, or whatever, so... I don't know, maybe it's not necessary, but I kind of would like to have seen it. But still, I did enjoy it, though. Yes, now obviously she's trying to get Shion or Mion together with Keiichi, which is also kind of interesting because, for one, I'm glad that Mion's there, and because we see her in the opening. Those of us have already experienced Higurashi. We know that she's part of the story, so she really didn't show up in the first arc. So it's nice that she's there. So on the other side, though, her or their family, yeah, that whole storyline is really messed up, and I'm kind of protecting my fingers because I know what happens. But of course, that really happened in a flashback, but even still, I don't really want to see that again. But we probably are going to see it again. But in any case, but yeah, I'm glad that she's there. And that being said, though, she, if I remember correctly, and it's been a while since I've watched the original series and the second season too, she was interested in somebody else, if I remember correctly. Oh, of course, he disappeared, but still. I do find it strange that she's, I guess, well, not really strange. Maybe it's not that strange, but still, it's like, I don't know. It does seem just a little odd, maybe, that she's kind of crushing on Keiichi all of a sudden. Or, I mean, they are in the same age group, and she probably did hear a lot about him from her sister, whatever. But and maybe she wants to move on too. But still, it's like, I don't really remember her crushing on him in the original series too. So, but then again, as I said, my memory's bad. So, but yeah, that one scene at the end though, it's like, yeah, you really don't want to mess with her or her family for that matter, or their family, I should say. I keep saying hers, but yeah, that was pretty cool. Of course. Truth be told, Keiichi was a little careless there. But at the same time, too, those other guys, the gangsters or Yakuza, or no, they're not Yakuza, Yankees, I think is what they call them. Yeah, they kind of overreacted too, but I guess that's kind of their nature or whatever, or at least their stereotypical nature. But yeah, it was a good scene. Definitely shows that she is not somebody to be messed with. And now Keiichi's going to have to deal with that, so I'm curious to see how that all unfolds. And again, I really do want to see more of Rika, though. I want to see more of her I guess, game plan, really. I want to know what she has in mind to how she plans on solving all of this. Because, again, she failed the first time. So, maybe we'll see more focus on her. Or maybe they're just going to let things kind of play out. And then, he fails. Somehow, people die. Repeat. And then, Rika is going to have to figure somebody else or figure out some other plan. So maybe this will repeat 2 or 3 more times where she finally figures out who's actually behind this, because she did say last time, she's like, oh, I know what to do or whatever. And was episode 2, right? So maybe she'll find out who the real, at least for this story arc, or this this new, I guess, 100 years or new Higurashi storyline, whatever you want to call it. She'll finally figure out who the actual final boss is, which I kind of feel like we already know. We, the audience, know who it is, thanks to the opening. But maybe that'll be like a mid-season cliffhanger, and then after like episode 12 or whatever, and then next year they'll have the second season, if you will, and then maybe things will completely change after that. Now she's not so much trying to figure out the killer, but figure out how to, I guess, outthink the final boss, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I think I'm just gonna leave it there for now. Yeah. So, what did you guys think of this episode? And Shion or Mion? Who's your waifu? Let us know down in the comments below. And of course, if you like this video, like our reactions, please consider hitting like and subscribing to our channel. And of course, we do have Patreon links down below, which will have the full reaction for this episode and previous episodes, of course. So be sure to check that out, and we will see you guys next episode.